So I just watched, was this episode 7, I think? Whatever episode it was of The Shy. And let me tell y'all, I want Kevin and Keisha, K and K, to go to hell. They are so draining. They are so frustrating as characters to watch. Although I more so understand Kevin. Keisha, I do not understand. I feel like she is just, I don't even understand how she is wrapped up into this baby shit. I do not get it. It's not making any fucking sense. I don't know why all of a sudden maternal instincts have fucking sent a jolt of electricity up her ass to now she wants to be a mama and have this, and have this baby back. I'm not getting it. I don't know why she wants it. It's just, and when she was in that bed, pumping her breast, I'm like, Keisha, what the fuck are you doing that for? You don't have no baby. That is motherfucking Octavia need to be breastfeeding, not you. She up in that bed breastfeeding and all of this shit, and then she had the nerve at the end of the episode to tell her mom that she wanted her baby back. And I'm just like, I don't understand. It's like, I want for this next episode, I want them to go deeper. I want them to go deeper in the sense where somebody, maybe her mom, Nina, can bring her and have her meet with a woman who had a child out of rape. And she can explain to Keisha how hard it is. Because right now, Keisha's just thinking like, and that's the thing, she never even wanted to be a fucking mom. And it's not even too late for her to go to school and run track. One thing about these shows is that there's no real concept of time. So last year, Keisha was telling us that she was going to Pepperdine. And then was that a year in the Showtime? Like, that was a year for us, but was it a year for them? So maybe that could be because she fucking got pregnant, and that's 9 months out of a year. So maybe it was a year. So she missed that year, but she can still go enroll as a freshman, right? I don't know how the college thing works. I don't think you can only do, I don't know. Maybe one of y'all can tell me how that shit works. If you can only do sports or whatever the case, if you straight out of high school. But anyway, her destiny was already set, and all of a sudden she's about to have a child. She has a child of rape, and all of a sudden she feels like she's supposed to be a mom now. And it's like, based off what? You weren't even there for Kevin most of the time. Your ass was out getting dick from some goddamn, what was he, the track coach? Then she was fucking around with Nuck, not knowing she was about to be the next one of the girls that he was about to have on his stroll, working the whole house. Like, I need Keisha to go to hell. I do. Hopefully these next couple episodes, the next 3 episodes before the season's over with, she can see what the fuck is what. Because her trying to be a mom and telling her that she want her baby back and not even understanding the ramifications behind that. Like, you really about to break that woman's heart if you tell her that you want your baby back. It's like, no, Keisha. How that song go? Do you know where you're going to? Do you know where you're going to, Keisha? Do you know where you're going? Like, you can, the whole life ahead of you. There's so much more ahead than trying to force yourself and being a fucking mom. Like, it's just, she's frustrating the hell out of me. And this boy that she dollying about with, I don't know what's up with him. You know, I'm in one of these Facebook groups and somebody was like, yeah, that might be a relative of the killer. And he might be trying to take revenge out on her for killing whoever the fuck that was to him. More to come on that story. He was driving me insane. Like, he kept calling her in the bookstore. I'm like, nigga, what do you want? What do you want? Anyway, so the episode opens up and we finally see who the fuck shot Duda. And it was none Onya. It was none other than Sonya Song, the actress who played Brandon and Coogie's mom, and I cannot remember her name. But apparently, she wanted to kill Duda because he killed Brandon. Because in season, they finally tied that up. So apparently he was killed because Brandon was going to talk to the feds. But if she's coming back, then that means those two cops can come back, right? Because ever since they got rid of Brandon's character, they got rid of those two cops who were trying to fucking finger Duda. Where are they? They should still be on the case, right? But anyway, she came back and she said he took her whole world, which he did. Like, Cookie was dead, and then Brandon's dead. She only had 2 sons. He did ruin her whole life. And at first, people were saying maybe she was gonna kill him because because of him being the leader of the drug organization that killed. Nah, that wasn't even his fault. That was more so Duda being ahead of the drug organization or whatever organization that killed Tracy's son, Jason. So, be that as it may, she did it. She killed his ass. It was definitely a nice little curveball, but I do not want her character to go back into obscurity. I want them bring her back on out, bring those cops back out, and just bring some more freshness, bring some more storylines in these last remaining episodes of the show. But Candy, she comes, Rosalind, I'm about to call her Candy again. Rosalind comes out crying, hysterical, and I guess the look on her face, because she was hysterical at first until I guess she realized he still had a fucking pulse. And then she went from being hysterical to fucking disappointed. I guess her ass thought if he was dead, she could be the mayor. Maybe she's trying to be on some fucking Cersei Lannister shit. I don't know, but that shit was hilarious. So things come to a halt between Jake and Kevin. Now I didn't get a chance to do my last review for the episode. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I'll be getting home like a little late. And then I told y'all in my previous video, I do not like to do videos where people can fucking interrupt me or hear me doing a video. I'm still a recluse. I like to do things privately. It's just how I am. It may or may not be a character flaw. Right now, that's just the way it is. With that being said, Jake and Gemma were treacherous, weren't they? They fucking, got caught by Kevin kissing and all, and then they walking down the fucking hallway, holding hands, smiling and shit, laughing the way that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett laughed at August Alsina. He's on fucking the radio, damn near about to cry, and they over there laughing at the red table, talking about bad marriage for life. They were kind of fucking treacherous. And then in that scene when they were in classroom laughing and passing notes and shit via loose leaf paper, in front of Kevin, knowing he's sitting directly behind him to see everything, he just got pissed, challenged Jake to combat, hit Jake in the face. The teacher tried to break it up and got elbowed, and the teacher let Kevin get suspended. Like, he was trying to be all down. If he was real down, for real, he would never let Kevin get expelled from school. He would have definitely fought on Kevin's behalf. Maybe we'll see that this season. Maybe we won't. But I touched on this a little bit in my previous video, was that Kevin was having a problem. And of course, he's a kid. He doesn't really have emotional maturity. But like Gemma said to him at that brown table talk that Papa had for his podcast, you were self-medicating and projecting all your shit onto us. And people were talking about how wrong Gemma was, but Kevin was not nice to her this entire season, telling her that, oh, don't think for me. I'm tired of listening to you talk. I'm not helping you with this. I'm not doing none of that. Like, he was a fucking dick to her this entire time. And that time, he pushed her away. Now, I'm less mad at her and more mad at Jake because they have been A1 day ones since we started watching this fucking show. And the first opportunity Jake has to take Jake's girlfriend from him, he does it. Like, excuse me, that was weak as fuck. And it's like, that's a motherfucker that you really can't trust for real, because he was like, nah, I've been knowing Kevin for years. You shouldn't even be trying to fuck with me anyway off the strength of that alone. But she does not have the lifelong loyalty to Kevin the way that Jake does. So Jake is more wrong to me than she is. That's just how I'm looking at the situation. What's next? Speaking of them, they was getting caught fucking. They was getting ready to fuck in their room. In Jake's room, and Imani and Trig ended up busting through. And Shout out to motherfucking. Shout out to Luke James kissing a quote unquote man. Because you know, it's a lot of people still going to look at Jasmine Davis as a man, the trans woman who plays Armani's character. But shout out to him for doing that because, like, we haven't seen anything like that since, what, The Crying Game? But it definitely wasn't with anybody black, somebody who black who was not gay and or just into trans people. So shout out to Luke James for breaking that barrier on television, being, what, the first cis heterosexual man to kiss a trans woman. Shout out to him for that. Adam's apple and all, he still kissed her. Be that as it may. So they broke them up from fucking. And Gemma, it's like, damn, girl, you wanted Kevin to be your first, and now you just so ready to fuck his friend. I just don't know what's going on. It's like they always say you gotta watch some private school girls. Them girls who been from affluent families, they get some, they start fucking around with the South Side boys. They just lose all fucking control and can't keep their knees together. You know, they break in, separate them. Trig, is telling Jake pretty much what he needs to tell himself about Armani, because Armani was having enough of his shit. And Armani was pretty much telling her, like, girl, slow it down. Nah, she wasn't even saying slow it down. She was more like, girl, do what the fuck you want to do as long as you give consent and you protect yourself. I mean, that's really what you should tell anybody. But not at that age. Like, I'm not about to encourage you to have a whole phase in high school. Save that for college. The Brown Table Talk was a flop. It was indeed. Jada going through her shit. Emmett, Tiffany, and what's his name? EJ. I guess Emmett Jr. trying to keep her company, console her. It's like, how do we go to this so fast of like Jada being normal these first, 3-4 episodes, and all of a sudden she looking like she is a cancer patient, but a full-on cancer patient. Like, does it really happen that fucking fast? My goodness. Trying to console her. Emmett's doing a better job at holding it together. Dom and Tiffany have a bit of a back and forth about the business, because Dom is like, bitch, don't just be putting your shit out there head. Don't be jumping into shit head first. That's how you break your neck. And, Tiffany's just like, whatever. But after talking to Emmett and realizing what she did wrong, she was like, I'm just trying to get the money. And she like, girl, I'm just trying to make sure we get paid what we worth, which is a standing thing right now with black women in the workforce, black women in Hollywood getting paid what they're worth. And then Iman Shumpert. This was like the episode of Celebrity Cameos, because we had Iman Shumpert, Tiana Taylor's husband. We had the Brat, who was looking so good. The Brat is a beautiful woman. Stud Brat and feminine Brat. She's just a beautiful woman. Shout out to Shantae Harris. Then we had Vic Mensa. Is that all the Celebrity Cameos? Was it just 3? May have been 3 or 4. Be that as it may. This was just the episode of Cameos. But, Tiffany and Dom worked that shit out on some grown woman shit. Sway came through. Jada told him she loved him. But here's the thing with Jada and Karen. I'm sorry, Jada and Dre. And Dre's character I'm actually liking. She was kind of annoying last season because she didn't grasp the concept like, lady, you didn't push any children out of your coochie. So don't be trying to tell me that it's time for me to move on with my daughter being missing. Not dead, missing. Meaning the possibility that she still may be alive. She wasn't really understanding that, but this season, I'm liking her character. Past, not being completely honest with her wife. I'm not liking that whatsoever. But I am liking the way she's handling Keisha and Kevin. I mean, some people may feel like she's overstepping her boundaries, but I feel like she's doing things appropriately. Like, she letting it be known, like, she's showing these kids that that she loves them, that she's looking out for them, and that's really all she's trying to do. And she, while also still being an authoritative figure in her life, like, just because I'm a step parent does not mean that I'm going to let you do whatever the fuck you want to do, because we are still in the same household, and I am still the adult, and you all don't have any other adults that y'all can go to, so you stuck with me, and you're going to have to do what the fuck I say. You're going to have to listen to me, because I am something that's worthy, that you deserve to listen, deserving of you to listen to. So with that being said, I'm not liking the way she's handling this shit with Nina. Like, I feel like once Jada told her that I'm comfortable with you telling Nina after I tell Emmett. It was already known that Emmett knew that she had cancer, so why the fuck didn't she tell Nina sooner? Now Nina then went out and got her coochie ate by the brat. Ain't no going back from that. And now Nina was just so ready, like, yeah, bitch, I knew you was having your affair, so I went and got my coochie ate by the brat. And then she break down talking about she got cancer. And now Nina want the fucking breakdown. Ass in bed, can't sleep, at the table drinking a whole bottle of wine by herself, some Mama Mango Moscato and shit. And then Keisha come downstairs with that bullshit. Nina was looking like, girl, if you don't take your black ass back upstairs. Take your little black ass back upstairs, Keisha, with that bullshit, because I'm really fucking going through some shit. I done fucking cheated on my wife because I thought she was having an affair. So I'm double wrong. I assumed she had an affair, and then I acted on it. What? And you talking about you want your baby back. Go to school. Why isn't she in school? She ain't having a baby. Why isn't Keisha in school? Take your ass to school. Go learn something. Go race around the goddamn track. How about you do that, Keisha? Was that this whole episode? I feel like it was. I feel like I covered everything. Yeah, no. I feel like that's it. I mean, Rosalind making that announcement afterwards, and Duda all fucking, he worried about her taking his spot. It's like, dude, you definitely do need her now because you're fucking crippled now. She might do like Homegirl tried to do Homeboy in Diary of a Mad Black Woman. But I feel like I touched all the... Oh, yeah. Papa and Maisha, their relationship is so good. They going through some regular shit. Don't know if she broke up with him or not. But, I mean, it looks that way. I mean, anytime somebody said they want some... I mean, but they're kids, so it's not like she about to just be going on like a little break so she can go get some other dick. We don't even know if they even fucking each other. I feel like they having a nice, chaste relationship. But, yeah... She was right. Like, this is my moment. This was not the time for you to plug your show. He ain't even, if he was going to do that and he gave whatever the fuck that was, a goddamn floppy disk, he should have gave that to her and not even said it was Papa's pole pick. He could have like, yeah, you can listen to it here. But like she said, she wanted to plug her IG, but it's like, yeah, you could have said Papa's pole pick and then you could have followed up afterwards, Maisha. That was kind of your mistake. But, I mean, she's 100% right. Like, this is my thing. This is my opportunity. Allow me to plug your shit. Don't make that decision for me because I may not have wanted to plug your shit, nigga. And that's it, guys. This was a great episode. I feel like I touched all the main bases. It was a good episode. The shot's been good. The last episode was good, too. I just was not feeling like doing no damn video. And it just seemed like I was just letting time get away from me. This is a more lengthier video than my last video. I'm going to try to keep it under 20 minutes. Try to keep it concise, cohesive, straight to the point, succinct. Okay. But that's my review for this episode of The Shot. Y'all have just rode the Maverick. All have a great one.